Hello gang, I'm over in Coyote Point about to go fishing. That's my fishing rod over there. Came in on my unicycle. Let's look at the airplane coming in. This is I think the first weekend of fall. Just about the sailboater going out there. Right there. So if you know my story, at age 19, I was looking at this marina. 40 years later, I'm finally here. Fished this place many times, but now this is the first time I'm fishing after scoring on my boat slip. There's a guy on a dinghy there. I just scored on that last week at the Sierra Point Yacht Club. I've got my little 8.5 footer. I'll be putting an electric motor on that one. While I'm fishing, I'm going to keep an eye on that guy because I want to see how far he reaches. The winds are about to turn in about an hour, so he better come in back. So today, it's all about focusing on the fishing. Love you, gang. What's up, y'all? So this is how scientific I can get with fishing. As a bait caster, a lot of people are really particular about keeping the line tangle free. So what I've done is I've walked the line out. I drop my lure in a very tangle-free area, and I drop my line out. I walked all the way back. Now, as a point of reference, 90 degrees from the line I'm pulling, that is dock 27 end tie. And that's the greatest part of a marina. You can see all the views. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to pull the line back, and I'm gonna make sure it is not kinked. So normally when you spool a line, the line has a lot of twist to it. So I'm gonna spend a whole lot of time walking through it and keeping it untwisted on the spool. So that's David and Tim out there just pulling out, and it's 1:30. While I told those boys I'd be fishing, they're going out and enjoying the day. I raced on their boat a couple of days ago. Lots of fun, lots of drama. You could say I'm doing fishing for a little decompression from that yacht race. That was a Wednesday night. Don't forget, everybody, Wednesday night is outreach for all beginning racers and sailors. Just show up. 5 o'clock meeting for the captains. Captains will bring you a slip to sign off for insurance reasons. That's every Wednesdays for the full of fall. Usually starts up in summer. And these boys, especially these guys, looks like they're turning in to the leftward towards Sierra Point Yacht Club, where they sail on the opposite days out at Sierra Point. Right now they're coming out of Coyote, which is far south is where they want to go, because the best sailing is Coyote Point, Oyster Point, Sierra Point, which is more north. Sierra Point goes right into San Francisco, and we went 3 hours out from Sierra Point, a full 3-hour tour, and I have a video on that the prior week. So I saw Sweet Grapes, the host of the yacht race on Wednesday. They pulled out. They're probably setting the buoys, where the buoys will be secret, and once Sweet Grapes drops the buoys down, that following Wednesday, they're going to be the Rabbit. The Rabbit will start the race, and those buoys need to be use as markers. On Wednesday night, last Wednesday night, that's the tip of Captain Tim and David's vessel right now. That's a 25-footer. And it's headed towards Oyster Point, next port. Before it hits Oyster Point, it'll be passing the SFO airport. Getting back to the race. So the race as it goes, the race, Sweet Grapes, which is a couple of slips away from David's boat, this 25-footer. And David's boat is just another 5, maybe 4 slips away from my 2 boats, CPAC and Fiber. We are getting to know each other very well. So Sweet Grapes is the best vessel out there. Beautiful vessel. Sweet Grapes is known as the Rabbit on Wednesday nights. The Rabbit is what hosts the race, and the Rabbit will go out after everybody shows up and everybody goes out after they've signed the insurance slips. They all, on their respective boats, go out of this marina and wait for Sweet Grapes on the radio to announce he's coming out. So Sweet Grapes will go out last, turn around, and everybody points at the stern. As everybody points at the stern, Sweet Grapes will turn around, announce on radio the race has started. Now there's a mad dash into the first buoy, which is disclosed at the 5 o'clock meeting, and everybody turns at that buoy. Legally, the yachting rules apply. So to look at the 2025 rules for yachting: turn the buoy, go to the next buoy, repeat until the race is done for all buoys, and then head on home. And then the race stats from the Rabbit will apply at the debriefing to find out who won the race, because there are handicaps. When it's an open race like this, you have several boats at different sizes. Man, when you see the big boats come past you, storming through, they're the fastest boats out there. But if you have a smaller boat, like David's boat, you can still see the tip as it's heading into, you can see the tip of the sail as it's heading towards, that's it, it's going towards that pole. It's going, David's boat is a 25-footer. It just crossed the pole. So the 25-footers was the smallest class when I was riding. Now, it went all the way up to, it looked like a 45-footer was coming right past us, beaming through. It goes fast. I would have to look up the boat, the specs, and see how fast that one goes. For a 25-footer, a 27-footer, you're going at 7 knots. I was on a 27-footer with Captain Tim on his 27-footer over at Sarah Point, and we pulled up the jib off the roller furling along with the main, and I was the guy steering off the tiller two-handed, and I had both my legs fully locked, and I was leaning nice at 7 knots on a 27-footer. Now, mind you, I have a pair of 27-footers next to David. There's a look at that bird. He's looking at the bait right now. So I'm going to tell you, there's a good fishing right here, because that bait's running, and I'm going to go back and fishing. So again, a pair of 27-footers is under my name now, and I could write the insurance policies against it. We could start racing immediately, but we need to know how the rules are. So look up the sailing rules for racing, the 2025 rules of racing. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Study hard and learn how to sail.